Hello, good morning. Today we are going to start with Unit 5 Writing section. Here we're going to talk about a film review. How to read and how to write a film review. So, film reviews give information about the film, as you know. Its plot and its strong and weak points. And also recommendations. So we're going to talk about how to organize all this information. First of all, we're going to read the model below and you will have to think what is it about. Yes, the strong points and the weak points the writer mentions. And then the recommendations the writer gives. So let's read. The Hobbit, an unexpected journey. 169 minutes, adventure, fancy. The Hobbit, an unexpected journey, directed by Peter Jackson and starring Martin Freeman, is based on a famous children's book by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is the first of 3 films Jackson plans to make about this book. Set in the imaginary world of Middle-earth, The Hobbit is filled with wonderful creatures and magical events. The plot follows the adventures of the Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins, who is sent on a dangerous mission by a wizard called Gandalf. At 169 minutes, the film is too long and some scenes could have been omitted. However, there is still a lot to like about the film. The amazing special effects as well as sophisticated camera techniques bring to life the strange creatures of Middle-earth. Moreover, both Martin Freeman and Ian McKellen give brilliant performances as Bilbo and Gandalf. Finally, in addition to the unforgettable soundtrack, audiences will enjoy the breathtaking scenery. Although it is not perfect, The Hobbit is an entertaining film. I highly recommend it to anyone who enjoys fantasy or love adventures. As you see, the film review is structured in 3 parts. An opening where we have the title, we have the main actors, the director, and some general information. Then we have the body. In the body, what we have is the description of the characters, the plot, and a strong and weak points of the film. That goes in 2 paragraphs. And then we have a last paragraph, which is the closing, where we give our recommendation and we give our personal opinion. Yes. So the first thing we're going to do is answer these questions and see what the film review talks about. So the review is about what? What do you think the film review is about? Yes, the film review is about this film. What are its strong points? Okay, in the body, we have the strong points. If you go to the body, in the second paragraph, you can see the strong points here. So what are some of the strong points? If you check here, you can see that the strong points are the amazing special effects, sophisticated camera technique, some brilliant performances, an unforgettable soundtrack, and breathing scenery. And the weak points, okay, we can also see here some of the weak points. So the weak points are that it is too long. You can see here it is too long. Some scenes could have been omitted. And how about the recommendation? The recommendation will be in the closing. So what do you think about the recommendation? Is the film recommended or not? Of course, the writer recommends it to anyone who likes fantasy adventures, okay? Fantasy or adventure films. So now let's take a look to an activity we're going to do about the film. So, director Quentin Tarantino has brought us another brilliant film. Where would you put that information? Yes, if taking into account that we have to set all the information into 3 sections, opening, body and closing, where would you put that? Has brought up as another in the opening, right? The opening scene shows a happy family on holiday in Thailand, moments before a terrible disaster. Where would you say that? Where would you say that? In the opening, in the body, or in the closing? Yes, probably in the body. Although it has weak moments, the film is highly entertaining. How about this? Where would you place this information? In the closing, maybe. Yes. DiCaprio gives a brilliant performance as the young millionaire. Where would you place this information? DiCaprio gives a brilliant performance. We're talking about actors, we're talking about performance. So opening, no. Closing, no. So it will have to go in the body, yes. Don't miss it. Where we place don't miss it? In the recommendation section, right? So in the closing. How about it is based on the true story of a woman boxer? Opening or body? Body? No, of course not. This is general information, so you would go to the opening, yes? Okay, so this is another activity we've done about it. Something really important about film reviews is the tenses you use, the verbal tenses you have to use. So as you can see here, you usually use the present simple and the present simple passive, yes, to write about the plot. Then we use adjectives for a description, yes, you can find those in here. So check in the model for the information provided, yes. The present simple, where you say the present simple is in this film review, yes, check and you'll find out that that's where we have the present simple, follows and bring to life. How about the present simple passive? Where can you find the present simple passive? Please take a minute. I'll give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, that's where it is. Let's continue. Let's continue with the adjectives, description, adjectives. Where can you find adjectives? Where can you, the adjective that describes what? The adjective that describes. So, you can find wonderful and strange, and they describe what? Creatures of middle age. You can also find brilliant, and brilliant they talk about what? Performances. If you go to magical, they talk about events. Then you have dangerous mission. Imaginary world of Middle Earth. Amazing special effects. As you see, you have many adjectives. Sophisticated, water, sophisticated camera techniques, yes. Unforgettable soundtrack, breathtaking scenery, and maybe some other adjectives. Please check the adjectives and what they describe in the reading, yes. Then something really important are the connectors. In this case, we're going to talk about connectors of addition. Yes, of addition. So, what are connectors of addition? Introduce similar or additional ideas. Some examples of these are and, also, moreover, besides, in addition to. Yes, maybe you know and, maybe you know in addition. So try to learn some other ones. If you know 2, try to learn 5. Yes, if you know 5, just master it and get all the information. Yes. So let's go to here. See if we can match. If we can match the connectors of addition to the sentences. So in addition to her day off, besides the many moving moments, the use of 3D technology brings the fancy to life. The director uses news reports. And this film, which is based on a true story, we have to match, right? There are some hilarious scenes, also historical accurate, as well as live podcasts from the period. Maria must work in the evenings for extra money. In addition, the whole cast is outstanding. So where would you put number 1? In addition to her day job, she has a job, but she needs to work more. So she has an extra to get extra money. So she works in the evenings. Besides the many movie moments about the film, what? Yes, you can see there is some hilarious, very funny scenes. Yes. 3. The use of 3D technology. How about 3D technology? 3D technology, what? 3D brings the fancy to life. then brings the fantasy to life. And in addition, the whole cast is outstanding. Okay. The director uses news reports for what? As well as live progress for the period. And this film, which is based on a true story, is also historically accurate. Yes. So let's finish with the writing film review with this exercise. So the film is well made. Which one do you choose? Besides, also it's really funny. So it's also funny. The acting was terrible. The plot was dull and predictable, as well as, or moreover. Yes, the original plot, Mila Kunis gave a brilliant performance. So, in addition to the original plot. 4. You will love the unforgettable soundtrack, the breathing scenery, as well as the breathing scenery. The excellent photography. This film is little to recommend it. So, besides, Jackson's directing is excellent. Freeman is perfect as Bilbo. Very good. So we have here the correctness of addition. And to sum up, I will tell you what you have to do before you start writing. Before you start writing, you have to make up questions. You have to brainstorm. You have to brainstorm some questions. When you brainstorm the questions, you answer these questions. Once you have answered the questions, you organize these ideas into paragraphs. We have 4 paragraphs in a film review. 1 for the closing, 2 for the body, or 1 for the recommendation. Very important, very important to use connectors of addition. Yes. And it is really interesting to learn some useful expressions before you start writing. So for example, it's based on, set in, the plot follows. There is a lot to talk about the film, although it is not perfect. Okay, I highly recommend it. If you learn all those expressions, you will write the film review much more easily. Yes, much more easily. And remember, before handing in your work, you should be checking on the things they tell you in number 4, which are what? The spelling, the punctuation, the grammar, the word order, and the use of connectors. We are done now with the film review, writing the film review. I hope this video helps you and you can do a good job with it. Okay, so see you next time. Yes, finishing now.